They called her the Black Dahlia, but the truth behind her death is darker than any Hollywood script. Welcome back to Crime and Cosmetics. My name is Hannah. We're a little girly, we're a little weird. So if you like that kind of content, you'll like it here. Hit that follow and let's get into today's case. It's post-war in Los Angeles, a city trying to reinvent itself. In the middle of all of that glitter, there's a darkness the city still hasn't recovered from. It's January 15th, 1947. A young mother is walking her toddler through an empty lot in a neighborhood park in Los Angeles when she sees what she thinks is a mannequin lying in the grass. Smooth skin, white as plaster, and cut in half at the waist. But when she gets closer, everything inside her goes cold, because that's not a mannequin. It's the body of Elizabeth Short. Before she became the most infamous victim in Hollywood history, Elizabeth was just a regular, complicated girl. She was 22 years old and originally from Massachusetts. Here's the part most people skip. Elizabeth's life wasn't glamorous. It was unstable at best. She bounced from city to city, room to room, mostly broke, sometimes staying with friends, strangers who barely even knew her name. But LA in the 1940s loved girls like her, and not in a good way. Last confirmed sighting of Elizabeth Short alive was at the Biltmore Hotel in downtown LA on January 9th. She was waiting in the lobby for a man that she'd been seeing, but at one point, she walked out alone. From there, it's a black hole. Like literally a full 6 days completely vanished from her life. 6 days where something went terribly wrong. So, fast forward when her body is found on January 15th, it's immediately obvious that this was not a random attack. Her body was completely drained of blood, cleaned, arranged, almost posed with her arms lifted and her legs spread. There were cuts to her face, the infamous Glasgow smile, and the separation at the waist was surgical, as in whoever did this knew anatomy. There was no signs of a struggle where she was found, meaning she was somewhere else and then placed there deliberately. The killer wanted her to be seen. This is about when this case completely explodes. Elizabeth gets the nickname the Black Dahlia, partly because she always wore dark clothes, partly because there was a popular film out at the time called The Blue Dahlia. LAPD receives hundreds of confessions. Most are fake, some are disturbingly detailed. And then the killer himself may have stepped in. A week after the body is found, the Los Angeles Examiner receives a package. Inside are Elizabeth's birth certificate, business cards, photographs, personal things stolen from her suitcase. Everything carefully cleaned with gasoline so there were no fingerprints. Shortly after, more confessions and letters arrive. The writing is precise, deliberate, almost clinical. Some claim responsibility for the murder. Some hint at secrets only the killer could know, but none lead anywhere. Investigators obviously pour into every tip, but no one is ever charged. It whispered, the tabloids screamed, and the public just couldn't look away. Her image, pale skin, dark hair, haunting smile, became iconic. The Black Dahlia was no longer just a woman. She was a cautionary tale, a ghost of ambition and danger, a symbol of what can happen when dreams meet darkness. Even now, decades later, the case remains unsolved. Every new tip, every theory, every confession, real or hoax, only deepens the mystery. That is all I have for today's case, guys. Let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.